Give everybody a moment to come in. Welcome in, everyone. Let's give everyone a minute to come in. So the first 3 questions for the evening will be a free read, and then all questions after that will be through for a contribution of your discretion to the Angel Radio Tarot account at Venmo. And the way you can help the channel grow so we can do this all straight through YouTube is to continue watching for as many hours as you can enjoy. That's really where we're at. We've reached the earmark we've just crossed the line for 500 subscribers. Thank you, every one of you. That's you. Each one of those is the numbers of one of you. So thank you for being here, and thank you for enjoying the channel. Continue doing so. So let's start from the beginning here. Who's first up? It'll be first come, first serve as we come through into the channel. And then, Sonal, hi, nice to have you back. Can you ask what SM's current feeling toward you? Not in contact. Thank you for coming back to the room here. SM's current feeling. Not in contact. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can join the chat and enter your question here. The first 3 questions for tonight's read, this general read, is well, I guess it would be a general read. The first 3 questions are free tonight, so join the chat and enter your question at the bottom there. And then let's see. What is going on here? My screen's changed up here. Okay, there we go. I'm caught up now. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yes. I'm familiar with Chelsea Daly. Hi, nice to have you here again. Yes, thanks for coming back in. Thank you, everyone. I thank for the patience for the reset. I'm going to pull this up here and get the chat room open. Everyone comes in. We'll just get rolling here shortly. Just got quiet all of a sudden. Wonderful to have everyone here. Thanks for joining. If you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, join the chat, and hit the notification bell so you can see when the next shows are coming up. And enjoy the channel, explore the channel, spend some time with the videos and shorts. Don't be deterred if the date isn't current for you. The message will reach you when it needs to find you. And I often also will refer to past videos to calibrate for what I now know and have more information about, and be able to go back and go, I knew something was going on there. And that will help you determine the other flags that you see from those same people in the future, and learn their behavior and learn their subtle signs and signals that they're giving you information about. Who is our question number 2? Yes, Chelsea, you are liked and you are very protected. Let's get our first 3 questions in the door here, folks. So as you're enjoying the channel, you'll see if someone has asked the first question, and you hit the notification bell and ask your question. At that, you'll be the winner of the first commenter free read giveaway. It's a 15-minute pre-recorded personal read, a YouTube link. I'll reply to your comment with that YouTube link, so you don't ever have to leave YouTube unless you're making a contribution through Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. So now let's get a gentle read. SM's current feeling toward you. there is some back and forth about it. They're kind of back and forth right now. They're sensitive to how they feel about you, but they seem to be swinging from one extreme to the other. There's a sense of surrender and letting go. They're kind of holding off their beliefs and considering new perspectives. So they might be looking elsewhere right now. They might be looking elsewhere. What are they looking at if they're not paying attention to you? Do we know? They are looking for the truth about something. Like I get like they're still trying to discover themselves. They're needing to understand some truth about life before they come to you. Yeah. It's less about you and more about they're waiting for something to make sense. Maybe they're waiting for you to make sense to them. Reliability, practicality, discipline, hard work, and perseverance. Let's see what that means. Where does that come in? Is that you or them? Or they're waiting for you to do more of that? Cycles of change in the wheel of fortune. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you, or you're waiting for them. I see they're within the sphere of the interaction. There is, because I'm seeing the interaction with you and SM as a single bubble. And within this bubble, your relationship, the entity that is your relationship, there is this sense of waiting for someone to step up and take responsibility, like waiting for someone to be the grown up here. But there is a big cheery celebration about it. Maybe they see you doing this or you're watching them do this. But there is a change here, a distinct change, perhaps of the ego, the person that is becoming more responsible. It's like they see there's someone is being seen in a whole different light now, as a completely different person. Thank you for your question, Sonal. So if you have a question today, subscribe now and join the chat room. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe and ask your question. We have slot for 2 more questions tonight. I'll continue with a general read through the different cards and rune stones and different things we have here. And then just allow what resonates with you to stay, and what doesn't, let it be for someone else to enjoy. And we'll just explore this together. Someone here is overindulging or has overindulged. Hi, Soph. A sissy. I'm sissy. Curious too. Hello, hello. May you ask when your reading is over. Go ahead and ask your question now. Hi, Rhea girl. Nice to have you. Rhea from New York. Wonderful to have you, sis. So I'm waiting for 2 more questions here to fill our 3 free question slot, and then our questions after that will be with a contribution through Venmo at your discretion at the Angel Radio Tarot Venmo account. Let's see. Chelsea Daly, did you ask the first one? What did you ask in the first one? I'm going to pull this up on this side so I can actually see it. Where's that pop out? Thank you for the hearts. That helps the channel so much. Yeah, thank you for the hearts. Yeah, now I can see everybody rolling in. It's wonderful to have all of you here. I love seeing the chat room full. We'll just enlarge this just a little bit. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay. You asked if you were asking if your protection was very strong. I thought you were giving yourself affirmations. Well, let's see, there's movement and action about this. Rapid change, travel, and communication going on. So I get that there's a lot of activity in a bubble around you. There's a lot of conversation about your safety, about your bubble. I'll catch up with you here in a second. So this is for, let's see. Your strength, if your protection was very strong, Chelsea. There is a fracture in your protection, in your circle of protectors. We've got the King of Swords is on its head. So there is a weak link in your protective circle. But otherwise, I see joy and harmony. So you might just go around and do a maintenance. And that's where this overindulgence is coming in. Someone that you're relying on in your circle is going through a low vibe period, and they're otherwise reliable, but or that piece is otherwise reliable, but it's suffered some kind of weakness there. I'm going to take a moment here, make sure we don't miss anybody. There we go. There we go. Okay, self, I'm asking yours. May I ask when your read is over? Okay, so I'm curious whether he wants to reach out and if he's still missing me. I don't know what he truly feels right now. He's my ex. Okay. Well, let's see. Soft U5X. There's a lack of inspiration there, blocked creativity, frustration, a misuse of power. There's also, in the Rider Waite would suggest a fall, a ruin of decadence. There's some perdition here. There is a fall of fidelity here, or they've already, or maybe they're concerned about that. How do they feel about it? And so we did, I think, Chelsea, we asked about your protection, and then Soph, we're asking about your ex. What does he truly feel about you? Let's tap in and see if we can get a vibe. We're not going to sneak into his mind, but we will ask the spirits who are in connection with, his circle of events, what can be seen from high above. Tradition, conformity, spiritual guidance. There's the Hierophant here. So they've returned to some kind of conventional way. And again, the lack of effort, shirking responsibilities here, feeling overwhelmed, procrastinate, and burning out. So they're retreating. They're in full retreat. They're in full retreat. They're looking at the relationship with you as being an energy sapper. And yeah, lack of vision, lack of leadership, overbearance, arrogance, and impulsiveness. I think they're making excuses about, but they're just like, you make them have to think too hard. You make them have to work too hard. And that kind of person will call somebody like you high maintenance for having, like demands for the basic fundamental tenets of your relationship. Sorry. You have expectations. Yeah. You're not just going to give yourself away. So that's how they feel about it. It's like, it's just, they don't want to be bothered. It's too much work. There's plenty of people out there that won't ask them to have to think about what they're doing and saying. So let's see. Unpin this. Let's see. So that's our 3 questions for tonight. We're going to go into a general read here. Let resonate what does and what doesn't. Just let it pass for someone else to enjoy. I'm CC with Angel Radio Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. If you're curious about how to contribute to the channel or to get your personal question asked during the live stream read right now, you can make a contribution at your discretion to Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. And let me know what I've got the other phone on. What are we doing? Because you saw many of you came back into the room because of lost power. And so we're going to make sure. Come on. There we go. We're going to make sure we don't get cut off again, but now I've got to find a way to be able to monitor that. Thank you, everyone. Also, thank you so much for all the contributions to that Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. It does help the channel. We're getting so much closer. We just broke 500 subscribers. That's each one of you. Thank you so much. And I'm amazed. I'm absolutely amazed at how fast that has happened. So what does YouTube want from us now to reach the next earmark is the number of hours that you watch the channel, that you enjoy the channel, binge watch for a while, let it play in the background, hit a if you're going through your smart TV and you're using the TV YouTube, it'll ask you if you want to play a mix of the channel. Just go ahead and enjoy the channel and let it play. Okay. So while I'm pulling up the Venmo sitch to make sure we are on the same page here. Because that phone is not going to charge fast enough for us to use it. And we'll see if we can do this. But we'll drop into a general read here while this is all loading up and charging up and logging in. There we go. Okay, so now I have full view of Venmo here. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for your participation. We'll get this out of the way. Get you over here. Okay. There. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. That's perfect. And then we'll get our other pop-up window up here so we can watch the chat. All right. Legit. Legit. Yep. There we go. There we go. All right. Pleased. I'm so happy. This is working beautifully. All right. So if you want a personal question asked for this evening's live read, I'll be watching the Venmo for your contribution there. It's Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. Just exactly like it is here. And I welcome your contributions there at your discretion. And whatever you would like to contribute for your personal question. And let's get started. We'll do a general read, let resonate what sticks, and leave the rest behind for someone else to enjoy. Let's see. Okay. And Soph, just making sure I answered your question completely. Yeah, I got that one. Okay. Sophie, hi. Kanik Sharma, hi. Sorry, Indian. Nice to have you here. And who else just came in? Wonderful to have everyone here. So many wonderful people here in the comments. Melissa, hello. Hello. Hit those hearts for me, folks. Pump up the channel for me. And big hearts in the chats. Please, pretty please. It does so help the channel. The general read. And when you make your contribution to Venmo, there'll be a place for you to put a note. It'll ask you for and a blank space, like they're asking you what is this for? Put your question in there, and your YouTube handle, so I know it's you. And I'm watching all three screens right now. So I'm watching the Venmo channel, and I'm watching your chat room here, and I'm watching a screen and a screen and a screen and a screen. So let's get into a basic reporting rapport. It is who, what, when, where today for my high vibe tribe. Stick with me here, folks. Stick with me here. What do we got going on? Clearing the air. That's right. That feels good, folks. Thank you for the big hearts. Big hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Look at all the love. All right. Come on now. Come on now. Who are we talking with in our vibe? Someone coming in with a declaration of a very public declaration of affection. This may or may not be for you. We do have Valentino coming up, Saint Valentino. Someone is going to be very generous and very sensual and very abundant. It's going to be giving love bomb vibes. But since it's Valentine's coming up, you or they are not going to be thinking about it being like love bomb. So the expectation for this to be tied into a psychological drama is not like, if that's your thing and you're worried about always just like coming off like you're love bombing, this is your holiday to do it up. And it won't come off as weird and creepy. Unless, of course, you've been asked to not do those things for that person. But if you want to go over the top, honey, now is the day. If you have any doubt about when it is okay to just gush about your affection for someone out in the open where everybody sees it, now is the day. And if anybody's supposed to get embarrassed about this, it isn't your recipient. It's you. If anybody's going to be all, sometimes people need to just be allowed to express themselves and not be like, oh, he's always going to make it about him. Well, yeah, let him have this day to express himself like wild. And if that looks like he's getting them all of the attention because everybody is looking at it from the outside and only seeing him, no, they see you too. Of course they see you too. they're going to be wondering, who the hell is this person that makes this guy do this? You talk about street cred. That's having somebody else tout your qualities is much more powerful than trying to do it yourself. Wisdom, objectivity, sharpness. You're looking at the Queen of Swords here. Try not to be like looking a gift horse in the mouth. Sit back and enjoy. And if you know it is a shallow gesture, honey, just sit back and soak it up that anybody would want to do this for you today. And then let it be just the passing whatever, and knowing that it doesn't mean anything. Just take all the presents, take them all. They're being given to you. Take them all. Yeah, charity, generosity, giving, sharing, compassion. If you're being showered with gifts right now, even if you know it's false, honey, they're being given to you. Take them. It would be inelegant of you to refuse. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you can join the chat. Let us know where you're from and how you're doing today. And I'd love to hear from you, and let me know. Just say hi. Just say hi. Hit the hearts and pump the channel up if you like there. There's someone here that is going through a period of loss. Letting go. You're being humbled. Not that you are humble, but you are being humbled. Someone's being taught a lesson of humility here. Let's see. So yeah, we're going to spend a second here going, who is who? Who? Who is who? Who is who? Who is the devil? Who is this is what is trying to bring you to your knees. So someone is, and it's the devil and it's upright. Someone here is really in like the direct line of fire for somebody's psychic negativity, for somebody's negativity. Not even psychic negativity, just negging. Someone is in the direct line of fire for the wickedness that abounds. You're being reinforced. Confidence, creativity, leadership, passion, warmth with the Queen of Wands. Hold steady. Steady down. Like, steady yourself, steady down. Yeah, it's almost like take the position of pretending like you can't see the boogeyman that is in front of you, and that keeps him from having any manifested power on you. Hey, Kanika. Hey. The gratitude. Hi. Lovely to have you here. Sarah, you from Ohio? Whoa. Okay. So we've got a who here. We've identified the bogeyman. Krampus takes many forms throughout the year, and when we don't have a holiday or a moon, his general energy is just this low vibe, scary, like creepy, smarmy, generalized negativity. There is some movement here, some rapid change, and with a tone of communication. There's a signal coming in, an urgent message. There's an urgent message about the boogeyman. You quirky, hi. let's go into who else is here. We need to know who the players are. Who else is here? So the boogeyman is down. If you are getting flooded with gifts that don't fit the relationship, just because it is coming into this romancing holiday, charms are going to be put on high. And when I say charms, I'm talking about the subtle witchcraft that everyone does that is a manipulator. They have a little bit of craft, a little bit of something. They're putting their spin and their charm. I want you to think about the corporeal aura or the corporeal little puff of green smoke that surrounds and indicates magic coming off of some little totem, some little charm bag, some little when the freaking priest puts the smoke, the little smoke the little swing with smoke on it, then they're yeah, it's something like that. There's that charm. There's some kind of charm happening. You're being like somebody running up behind you and dousing you with ether or something, like in some kind of spy movie. There's some kind of the charm is supposed to, like, these are not the droids you're looking for. It's supposed to just put you in a mental dream state. There's some family tradition and some legacy around money here. That there's a lot of the charm around this is some kind of seduction around money, greed, and materialism. Yeah, whoever is trying to seduce you is trying to brag about their financial background. You are not into this. You've got this hermit energy, and money does not impress you. The bogeyman is trying to buy you out, but no sale. Bogeyman's no sale. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, Sarah Didion and anyone else that is feeling truly lost and feeling disconnected from themselves, if you are feeling like you're having trouble staying in this plane, staying in this body, reach out to local helpline. Google that shit. Google that unaliving helpline and get somebody on your team right now. There's always people answering the phone for you. If you are in imminent concern for your continuing self, please do that now. Okay, here we go. So there's a star. What inspires hope in you even in difficult times? It's being asked here specifically. What inspires you? What inspires hope in you even in difficult times? Max, thank you. There is an urgency to act out here instead of going inward to still those flutterings in the belly. There's some desire here to try to make something happen. Let's switch cards. There's someone here is trying very hard to initiate to execute some kind of some lifting. They're right in the middle of trying to mash down on that pry bar. Yes, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. You are not alone. We all see you here. We all see you here. We'll all pass from this place soon enough. Don't be in such a rush. Dylan says, don't go looking for trouble. It'll find you. Yeah, if you're having anxiety about being alive all of a sudden, like you're hyper aware or you're just uncomfortable being in your skin, what is it? Guard your senses. Guard your senses. That means check your stimulation levels. Guard your senses. Put the earplugs in. Take a warm bath. Get yourself submerged in a hot tub. Turn the sensory down. And then get still. And then tell yourself nothing has changed in the last 5 minutes. This is anxiety. This is anxiety. It's an existential crisis. It hurts to suddenly realize that it's like floating on your back for the first time and then suddenly realizing you're floating on your back. These are the perils of being aware in the present moment. Absolutely. Hey, what's the agenda? The agenda is who, what, when, where. What is about faith? Then what is about what happens when we break from convention? You don't need a reason to be happy. And you are okay, or not that you're being encouraged to, but you're okay remaining hidden. Like someone just checked in to say, you think you can hold out a little bit longer? And you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Keep going. Keep going. There's some dark Virgo insecurity here. Who, what? What? The discovery. There is some actual, like, literal discovery, like legal discovery is the what. We're about to find out if you can hold out for just a little bit longer. We don't need to know what it is, but just that it's coming. And it's still hidden. Remain hidden. It's going to remain hidden. It has remained hidden. What? Tell me, Spirit. What's the discovery? Or once you find out what this is, you need to keep it to yourself for a little while. Well, that's what we're going to find out. That's the who, what, when. What is somebody's secret? There's some information coming. Yeah, we got some help here. Who, what, when. Or we might be still on what? Are we still on what? Again, remain hidden, starseed. There's someone watching, and there's no help right here. Let's find out what is behind this card. I excel at most everything I do. So someone, you might have a handler. There's someone here. Oh. My pen just shifted about 2 inches to the right. Someone here that was sent to help you is remaining hidden because you are a star seed and they are your handler. And they're not much of a backup because you're always blowing everything out of the water. I excel at most everything I do. This is the cavalry is on its head. Cavalry isn't able to do its job because you're always like light years ahead of them. They can't, your body card can't keep up with you. They just can't keep up with you as much as they'd like to. As much as they would like to settle in and go ahead and fear you. But it's just like, man, if she could have done something to us, it's pretty fucking clear there's not anything we could have ever done to stop it. They're not afraid of you anymore. There's no point. They've turned into a succubus. They're willing to do, you know what? Whatever you need. You can wipe the floor with us. Whatever you need from us. Whatever you need. What can we do? Please tell us. What can we do? You've reached almost like a god status. There is definitely some idolatry going on here. What is that? You got a muggle here in the crowd. Somebody that is, that's your handler. That's your handler. This is given like E.T. with a bunch of freaking muggle feds. No. Hellboy. That's where we're at. Thank you for the hearts. Give us a round of hearts, folks. Pump up the channel for me here. There's big hearts in the chats. There's a broken coven here, and they're part of the spirit team. Of course, you're going to have dark players that are in high-level offices around people who are managing or monitoring special talents and skill civilians. Compared to you, yeah, they're clowning. Everything they throw at you comes back like it's from a broken coven. The spirit team situation, they can't help you with this. They thought they could come in and be like, "Oh, we'll recruit her." You'll recruit who? I'm gonna go. Honey, I don't work here. I don't fucking work here. I don't work here. Thank you, gratitude. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Feral Wolf Dog. I am so glad to hear that, Feral Wolf Dog. Thank you so much. Wonderful affirmation for me. Someone here is not having a good time trying to manifest. I'm getting like a dropped cake. Like back in the day, people made their cakes from scratch at home and you couldn't walk across a wood floor or the cake would fall while it was in the oven. That kind of deflated there's a bunch of like bread making, first round of making sourdough, and they all cut it in half and it looks beautiful on the outside, and they open it and it's just like bleh, raw dough comes pouring out the middle, and they're all just completely like, oh, heartbroken over what they're somebody. That's how somebody's manifesting is coming across right now. Cherie, Las Vegas, hi, nice to have you here. Nice to have you here. Y'all say the nicest things. So, hi, Beanin. So tonight is that three subscribers only. First three questions were free, but any personal questions after this, during this general read, will be with a contribution at your discretion to the Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. And I'm watching here to see when contributions come through. And thank you for those of you who have donated to the channel that way. We're waiting for the number of hours that the channel has been viewed. You can help that by binge watching. The number of hours that the channel is viewed is what will bring us into a place where we can do all this just straight on YouTube. But for now, I am so grateful for everyone who donates through the channel. I see it, and I'm let's see, somebody is in these streets, suck it up, trying to make something happen. They're asking for help, and they're willing to do anything to try to figure out how to keep the bread from falling. I'm almost there, Surviving the Apocalypse. I'm almost there. We hit the 500 subscribers mark, and that happened so fast. That happened 500 subscribers within 5 months. I think I came on full time on the air in October. So, yeah, 4 or 5 months. And so now it is trying to hit like 3,000 watch hours. And that will go up exponentially as the subscriber number goes up too. You guys aren't responsible for trying to pull down 3,000 hours by yourself. So it's very exciting. It's very exciting. Okay. What have we got here? Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any cooperation for someone here. As much as there's this, like you're trying to hire help. I'm not getting like a slap in the face about this. I'm getting like, this is the delay of doing business. Sometimes as much as you are ready to do business, you just have to wait for the right timing. And that is dependent on when resources are available, when people are available, when I can get the equipment in, or there's just like so many different things. Like you really have to, just opening a business, even as a single person, no matter what business you go into, it relies on you having to wait on other people. Wait on other people. You wait, and then you wait on people to come through the door. And you're having to wait right now for your turn through process somehow. All right. Who, what, when? We've reached into the when, the delays, the when frame. There's a need for a sigil. You folks might be wondering where my water loon badge in support of the resistance, the People's Liberation Resistance happening in Minneapolis. It's right here behind me. I usually wear it on my chest, but I've got it right here. You can look up the water loon and the red beanie movement, which is finally being captured back from the MAGA red cap. That was the original idea, was from the red caps as the unionized strike from the moon in Robert Heinlein's The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. Let's see. I excel at most everything I do. Someone has reached a fail point. There was a demon that reached a fail point. There was a demon that was trying to do some demon work and got cocky and failed. He's on his head and his efforts on his head. So not only, there's a Scorpio here that's under attack, and a dark Taurus that is, there's a Taurus that is also being not attacked so much, but you're feeling the emotional backlash. It's like, it's just giving Taurus in an insecure state. You may not know why you're feeling out of sorts, but check with your local Scorpio. They might need your help right now. It didn't get through, but they might have gotten, I'm getting scorched Scorpion. So when is this? When is this? When is this? Do we have a time? I get that we're reading for several different groups of high vibe tribe, different scenarios here. And as we go in through the passage of investigating who, what, when, where, we are revisiting each chapter and catching up with the narrative of each one. I don't know. Hi, none. I haven't seen. Can you see my comment? Yes, I have. I just took a break from looking at the comments. Yes, but I see you there. Hi, wonderful to have you here. Who else came in? Oh, that's the water loon. and it is also, it's like the logo is in combination with Star Trek Rebellion. Oh, let's see. I'm surprised it has taken this long for cultural symbols of the rebellion to surface. There's a broken coven that is a broken coven that is doubled down in its fractured state. Like they're broken. What takes a broken coven? Broken people using witchcraft for darkness. And they were practicing already and got hurt by a return to sender. When was this? And then took what came back at them. They got burned. There's some scarring. There's some like a burn scar on someone. Thank you for your good service, the gratitude. Power to the peeps. The people's liberation resistance will continue. The revolution will be televised. This broken coven doubled down in a fractured state and still tried to send a projection toward you. And I can't imagine, because it's going to blow back again. It's not going through. They got marked like inglorious bastards. Okay. Somebody's fucked around and found out. We just got a download packet here. Look at that. Look at that. That just fell out. Look at that. Beauty. This is going to be clarity. Big clarity moment here. This crystal clean clarity. Crystal clarity. Clear as baccarat. Somebody's going to fuck around and find out. You're trying to suck up to somebody and we're back here to, it's not manifesting. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. You going to think you're going to come up with this? Somebody's trying to bring a come up. Who are they sucking up to? They're going to fuck around and find out. Somebody is like batting out of their fucking league. Stepping outside their lane hard. Kissing up to do it. And it's not going to work. They're just going to look stupid. Here's the when. 30 days. In the next 30 days, Virgo, call in for Virgo, or Virgo is going to be activated for disharmony. It's a return to sender here. Yep. It's getting blasted back. There's that dark Taurus again. That Taurus and that insecure energy. That dark Taurus is our practitioner inside that broken coven. And it's not a release from attachment. It's going to fly right back out to him and latch on like a lamprey. When? In the next 30 days. Who, what, when? Where? Going to bite him in the ass. Going to bite him. And I did not get an insecure Virgo here. Virgo, you're going to get a chance to release some hero energy. Not a lot of action, but you know how to collect on the points. You're going to score some big points. Angel Eyes, hi. Nice to have you here. Earth Angel Eyes, Earth that's calling for you. Star seed. Yeah, look at this. My star seeds. Deep meditators. Okay, so I'm looking for my Buddhas, my star seeds, and my earth angels. Got some heavy players here. When, where? We are doing where? Where? It obviously in the spirit realm. Oh, where? Yeah, there's a big cooperative effort on the spirit realm between 3 of the factions of spiritual powers. Now, Earth Angels, this is your fallen angel Lucifer crew that got put down here to watch over man. Star seeds, I've got your off planets. And then meditation, I've got your Buddhas. I've got this like the true. When everything was split, girls went and did witchcraft and nature and agriculture. Which, by the way, if you want to track the freaking evolution of man coming out of the woods, marching around like a bunch of savages, it was because the women were sticking around in one spot while all these boys went off playing in the fucking woods. And the girls figured out how to plant and how to harvest. They were the one collecting seeds and berries. And they were the ones sticking close and being able to aggregate food where they were instead of having to go out and look for it. And then farming came along. Who were the farmers again? Who were the farmers again? I missed. Somebody tell me who were the farmers? That's what brings the progress of civilization. Skelly's in the cupboard, but we never want to talk about it, do we? Never want to really talk about it. Blam. Okay, we broke it down. We got to fuck around and find out. Somebody got lit. They got a fire. There's some duplicity here. Someone's got secrets about a spirit team in a deception mode. Someone's been contaminated on your spirit team. Who, what, when, where? Where? We are talking about the non-corporeal battles that go on around us, in us, because we are doing stupid, compulsive shit when we're not listening to our guides, when we're not listening to our own wisdom from ourselves that are complete and casting information to us from our complete selves a million years from now. Again, we're leaning back on our sigils, getting back to our protections. Ilbis, the ghost creature of seduction, the crossroads demon, the source of actual demons, is hiding in plain sight. And they're not under the influence. They're doing this with complete knowledge. Confirmation. I just got a knock on something behind me. Something fell over. Oh, our card fell over. I heard the tick. Someone knows exactly what they're doing. So this is the sigil. Here's our sigil right now that is going to fight these dark forces that are resting right out in front, that are resting right out in the open. The boldness, the arrogance. Goes beyond reason. Goes so far beyond reason. It's not even about reason anymore. We're so far past the "are you fucking kidding me?" And yeah, I take it personally because if we're not allowed to have our free thought anymore, who do you think they're going to come for? Your artists, your creative minds, your free speakers, and your free thinkers. Think I don't know. Think I don't know the cost. Tell you more about Ilbis. According to the Catholic Church, after God created man, or while God was creating man, God had the angels, he had the titans, he had all of these creatures of the cosmos, and he had one more he wanted to make, and it was called Ilbis. It was a creature of smoke, creature of darkness, the creature of shadow. And this was a splinter of God's mind where he could go and play with evil. And after, well, God had already made the angels, because this was a source of casting Lucifer to earth. Because Lucifer was an archangel, and Lucifer was the guardian of the angel, or the guardian of the creation of light. So when God called down, "Let there be light," the very first thing, he was borrowing that power too. He called down the creator of light. He called the guardian of the creator of light, because he wasn't allowed to handle light himself. He can't handle creation himself. So he created Ilbis while he was making man. He made man, and he was like, "I'm gonna fuck with man. I'm gonna fuck with man a little bit. I'm gonna fuck with man." And there's two things here when we talk about Lucifer being sent down to earth to be the guardian of man, or to watch over man. There was one other that was sent down to watch over man, and it's not entirely certain to me that they aren't the same. Woman. So Ilbis and God had a conversation on the side. I made a little side bet. Everyone knows that the bet was made, but no one knows the nature of the bet, except for Ilbis has until Judgment Day to tempt man into some kind of condition, to win a bet against God. And he gets to use all of his shadow powers to do it. These are the origins of demons for us. Where that demon comes from before then, I don't know, but I know demons are under the power of Ilbis. All of the symptoms of chaos are under the power of Ilbis. Lucifer was thrown down and crashed into the surface of heaven for the spiteful purpose of, fine, you go down and watch him, sons of bitches. And then we have other angels that were sent down with it. And we have lovely stories like Good Omens that expound on how the archangel felt sympathy toward Adam and Eve when they were cast from the Garden of Paradise, and gave them the sword of fire to defend themselves. And then it was lost. So when you guys talk about the devil, most of the time, you're talking about Ilbis. And it just is convenient for God to not have man know or be frontal lobe aware that he's sitting on the sofa talking about you and laughing. So I pray every day for the swift unification of heaven and the return of Lucifer to her rightful place there as the light of creation. And for Judgment Day that brings the end of suffering. There is no cooperation when some of these secrets have been exposed. It was a big contest or a big chance to oppose or compete, throw a competition under the bus, and to make them look like a total failure. I excel at most everything I do. If you want to see it that way, that Lucifer was there to help with God's side of the bet. I don't think that, I think as soon as Lucifer hit the deck, Lucifer saw God. This is how I think it went down. Lucifer was standing there with God when he made that bet with Ilbis, and Lucifer said, "You got, what? and God said, fine, you go down there and you can watch over him. And I think Ilbis was the snake in the garden in the creation story. And I think the bet went something like, okay, here's the deal, God boy. All right, Yahweh, let's get down to this brass tacks now here. Because you figured God had created the most cunning creature of smoke and darkness. Let's get down to this. I can only, what is this now? Okay, fine. Okay, I get to say one word to her, and something about in her own language. And that word was eat. And see, the trick is, Ilbis was the one that woke everybody up. Nothing about this is going to be straightforward. Nothing about God is straightforward, except for his kind of, the tendency to use him as misogynist control over the other half of the population. I mean, consider that I have no way to enter the Christian church except for a role of subjugation. There is a deep attachment here and a negative duplicity. We're using Gemini's ability to disassociate and act in duplicity. I'm getting some people think that Bill Clinton was a great president and at the same time a sleazebag. The cognitive dissonance, that's what we're looking for. And the spirit team is being hijacked, basically. Your spirit team has been put to sleep. Oh, was it though? What, really? Ilbis was a necessary evil? Like, really? Was he really necessary? Let's see. So where are we here? Who, what, when, where? We're getting a very clear picture of where in the spirit realm. That it is in the spirit realm, and we have had a very clear view of the battlefield here. So now is the question of why. Why? There's no clowning. Insatiable has been turned on its head. This is very controlled and not under the influence, and no messing around. No clowning, no being insatiable, and no overindulging. Why? We went into a very deep space of discipline, self-discipline here. Incredible self-discipline. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. We're just turning the corner at the top of the hour here. If you're new to the channel, welcome back. If you have already subscribed, join the chat. If you subscribe right now, you can join the chat during the live stream, and just let me know where you're from, and hit the big hearts in the chat. Big hearts in the chat helps the channel so much. And so does the time you spend with each and every hour that we have here at Angel Radio Tarot for you. Let's see. If you'd like to ask a personal question, you can make a contribution at your discretion at Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. And I'm watching the Venmo account here, and I'll be able to see, enter your question here or there, but give me some way to cross the two so I know it's you. Put your handle in the Venmo notes, or put your question in the other side. Mi amor, Randax, hi. The question, I'll be taking questions for the rest of this live read in conjunction with your contribution to that Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. Otherwise, it's a general read here. Let resonate what sticks and let the rest pass for someone else to enjoy. We are doing a who, what, when, where, and why. There was a crossroads deal made. There was a crossroads deal made, and if someone wants to get out of it, they have to be almost perfect. There is a big performance aspect here. Performative. A big performative aspect to someone's behavior right now. And it's this extreme self-discipline display. This is how someone is. This is the person of the why. This is why. I'm my Katy Perry's grandmother. I don't know. Thank you. Leland's mom. You're funny. You know what? I must be, because I've only ever seen Katy Perry in like commercials. You know what I mean? I could see it. You say it. I could see it. If you put me in black hair and with these glasses, yeah, I could see it. Today I could see it. Something going on. Again, we're back to this 30-day window. The who, what, when, where, and why. Because of this activity that's coming down in the when. We're getting back centered again. The Pisces is involved. This Pisces is this disciplined person. This hyper-disciplined, performative display. You know, this is giving like somebody just got out of boot camp and they're on their way to tech school, but they were allowed to come home for a hot minute. And they are spending their recreation time polishing their boots, because that's what recreation looks like when you're wound that fucking tight right out of boot camp. Okay. Whoa! What's going on? What got affected here? Oh. Somebody is there. They changed when they got home here. You finally got a drink under them, under the influence. You finally, what I came away with from right before I dropped out was a relative seeing this young person home again and going, what did they do to him? Is he ever going to snap out of that? Will he go back to normal? And somehow they did. They snapped out of it, or you snapped out of it. I am everything I need. And this isn't about pure love. This is about survival. We got Lucifer turned down, way down. There is no room. This level of discipline brings on for many the first time they are awakened into awareness, self-awareness. And they are seeing everybody else. It's like they're seeing, it kicks in that there's, you can never go home sensation. They can never see their family members the same way again. They'll never see their family members the same way again. They've been awakened. You were asking about when to wake them up. Sabrina Patrick, hi. Wonderful to have you here. Yes, I'm having a good day. I hope you are too. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. We're having a great time reading here. Surviving the apocalypse, you all. You're welcome. What was that? Who, what, when, where, and why. We're on a why. So, see, let's examine Libra when Libra is feeling insecure. When Libra is feeling insecure, Libra feels ugly. Libra feels like everyone else is seeing them without, I'm sorry, Libra, this is going to get graphic, without having had a bath for a week. With greasy hair and pimples and food stains on their jogging pants with a hole in it terribly near the crotch. This is not how Libra wants to be seen. This level of insecurity, this level of self-judgment. Let's switch a deck here. Really get this why. Is this young person or this, how is that? The why. There is this, it goes back to this person that is in a performative discipline. Let's get another deck here and really finish off of this general read here. We are going to, wow, the Eight of Pentacles, sticking to themselves, and it's all about just trying to work that bag and get something they can be proud of, trying to build something that they can be proud of. And then these two fell out with it. Three of Wands, there's some looking for what the next big cooperative effort. You got, the person has their eye so far off in the distance. And then the King of Cups is sitting there with authority and father figure, and the Knight of Swords. And this is the dependent. This is the, like a parental and a young adult child warrior. The authority of this person, though this person has not had to had the opportunity to impart these deep, heavy adult ideas. They're seeing their young person take on challenges of darkness. That if you've ever been active duty during wartime and you know you're sending a child off to wartime, you know how your heart breaks for them, for how it's going to change them, and how you've seen so many and yourself struggle with ever coming back from the depths of what you see from going to war. I'm hearing stories of someone telling a story of the day before they went off to the military. The father came in and was in their room, but they was coming back in unexpected, and the father was there in the adult child's room the day before they were getting shipped out to go off to active duty, and he was just weeping, and he couldn't explain what he knew that child was going to see before he'd ever got a chance to be with him again. God, that shit got heavy. There's a grieving for what must be done. There's a sacrifice here. There's a sacrificing the child, kind of Abraham and Isaac kind of thing. I think that's the right story, where he sacrificed his son, or almost did. A gentle meekness, a timidity here. There is a deep a solemnity about this. Solemn, very solemn, and very carefully planned, very carefully executed, because it's not that this is a dangerous thing to do, but it's the ritual and the honor of attending every detail. It's the honor of being able to perform this ritual. Something still has to be vanquished, and you're being encouraged to get down in front. Duck. You may not have heard me. I said duck. Someone's feeling guilty or feeling stupid that they're not in their winter. They're not in their right mind. They're not in their winter. They're not in their winter. What is that about? This is a simulation. Oh, it's just turned into a mess here. Everything is just pouring out. Yeah, someone's coming in with an assist. Someone's coming in telling you that they're going to assist you, but it's a blonde person who is jealous and trying to set up a trap door for you to flip shut, or they're on the other side of the trap door. What's with the trap door? The trap door presented as already having been sprung. They can't catch you. They can't do. They gave themselves away. They gave themselves away by showing some little flash of contempt with this little bit of green-eyed envy. That little green-eyed monster showed itself, and now they can't spring the trap. Now they can't set the trap for you to spring it. Well, I want to thank everyone for being here. I hope I called you out when you came in. It's been a wonderful hour and 20 some odd minutes with you. Give me those hearts. Yeah, I love it when you hit those hearts. Hype the channel for me there. It's so good to get the algorithm pumped and get this in front of more people and grow the channel and grow the channel and grow the channel. Every one of those subscriptions is one of you. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm grateful that YouTube counts you off by number for me so that I can see just how many of you there are out there. It's so encouraging to me. And it's, how could I not keep going when you're there cheering me on? It's been wonderful spending a while with you. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're coming back on for another live stream. And if you go and explore the channel right now, I'm sure you'll find a video or a short or a live stream from a past viewing where you can be the first person to put your question in there in the comments and be the winner of the first commenter free read giveaway. Hit the notification bell so you know when I've replied in a day or two after that with a YouTube link to your free 15-minute personal pre-recorded read to answer your question for you. As always, thank you for your contributions through Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. Thank you for being here, folks. I'm CC. Come back soon to Angel Radio Tarot. We'll see you next time. Now, folks.